What's going on, guys? We have a PS5 Slim that came in with a broken HDMI port, so we're gonna go ahead and get that fixed up today. And I don't know if you watched my other video, but they do want us to move facilities, unfortunately, which kind of sucks because I really like it here. I don't know if I'm gonna move or if I'm just gonna do something else for a while. Because it's kind of stressful. It's kind of stressful moving Reapers around so much. Because I've had to move it already, 2 times? I've had to move it 2 times, so it's kind of stressful. I may end up moving it to a new location. I guess we'll just find out as time goes on, but yeah, we definitely have to move, so... anyways, I did take a phone call there. But yeah, we're gonna have to move, so we'll see what happens. I guess if you watch these, or even if you care, then you'll see. But until then, I'm just gonna keep making videos. I make them every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I was pretty bad in the past at making videos pretty often, so but if you are interested in this type of stuff, then you can obviously stay here and watch. You can also let me know if you'd like to see something else, because I don't mind working on other stuff as well too, but we typically just do gaming console repairs. Occasionally I do like one-off jobs. And then I just picked up doing controller repair probably like 6 months to a year ago. But I only do PlayStation 5 stick drift. I don't do anything else. Well, besides modding PlayStation 5 controllers as well. Which I can show you actually. I ordered this mod. Okay, on top of like me having to move my business, I ordered this mod for a customer like, I don't know, probably like 2 weeks ago. And it took like a good like 4 or 5 days to get for the company to like, ship it out or whatever. And when they shipped it out, like usually I get it, if it's 4 or 5 days, I usually get it, on the 4th or 5th day. Well, somebody, I guess it was like the post office worker or something, destroyed our mailbox that we get delivered. So this customer's been pretty frustrated, and I don't blame them. I even tried calling the post office, and they like wouldn't allow me to go get my mail. They told me that I need to wait until they analyze the mailbox. And so they analyzed it, and I called them, and they said that they were going to look at it on Friday. So I go out there Friday to look at the mailbox, and there's nothing there, right? There's no lock on the back of the mailbox. There's no mail inside of the mailbox. So I think that they didn't even look on Friday. But then, and I told the customer, I was like, hey man, like this is the update on this. Like they, destroyed our mailbox, all this other stuff. I said, so, it's going to take a minute here. And, hang on. Anyways, they ended up delivering the mail on Saturday. They didn't even tell anybody or anything. They just went out there and delivered it. I saw that it was delivered, but they delivered it late. So I wasn't able to fix the customer's controller mod until today. So now I'll just show you here. He has clicky triggers and clicky buttons. So pretty cool if you ask me. He also has TMRs installed in here, so no stick drift and modded like this. So that's pretty cool. It's just unfortunate that it took so long to get this controller though. So, or to get the mod for this controller. We're going to go ahead and get the port removed now. So add some heat to this, and once it starts to turn into a liquid, the solder, then we'll go ahead and take the port off. I'm not going to make you wait while I heat the whole thing up. I'll just speed up to that part. Alright, Go ahead and take this off now, I believe. Just test it out here. Yep. Alright, this is pretty much the most ideal that you can be. You know, the pads are ripped up and the components are all there still. Just throw the new port on there just like that. Wait for that to heat up to the correct temperature. And as that's heating up, I'm just going to add some solder to the footholes to pull the solder upwards. A little bit of a ball on the end of the solder. So I don't know if it'll... I have to cut that off. Oh, no, there it goes. Okay. Got some on that side. I'm just going to add some right here. Like so. Now, should be able to adjust the port a little bit. Get it nice and squared. Now we'll just hold it down, take away the heat, and let the solder solidify. You can tell when it solidifies because it goes from like a shiny color to a matte grayish color. So you just gotta make sure all those pins in the back solidify too. So if those don't, you know, and you move the port around or something, it could cause the pin to not stay connected or a cold solder joint to happen. So now I'm just checking the pins on the back here. It seems like all of these are secure. Yep, all those are secure. So there's no cold solder joint that we can tell. Usually whenever you check those, if they like move at all, then they're not connected or they have a cold solder joint. But now we're just gonna let the board cool down a little bit and then fix up the liquid metal on the APU and the heatsink side, and then we'll get it put back together. Alright, got the liquid metal put back where it's supposed to be, both on the APU and the heatsink side, so now we can go ahead and put her back together. Alright. Everything on the slims are pretty straightforward. Unlike the original PS5 model, the bracket here uses the same screw head that you would use to take out all the screws. And the original ones, they use like a screwdriver head, the Phillips head. So nothing too crazy. Obviously you want to put it on evenly, so no issues with that. And by the way, this drill has been great. I freaking love this thing. It's fantastic. It's not too heavy, and has just the right amount of torque that I need on setting 1. So pretty simple, straightforward, and easy. I just go around and put some screws in the corners and the sides. That way everything goes on evenly. And then now we can just go ahead and put all the screws back in here. I got some different bits too, so this bit that I'm using right now to put these screws in is the old one that I got. And I ordered 2 more, just because this one's getting kind of, I guess you could say soft. It's not like as sharp on the edges. It's a little rounded. try not to use it too much, but the new ones that I got, the first one that I used, the two new ones that I got, it sheared off in like the first, I would say first two consoles. It basically became worthless. So I guess that they must have changed the type of metal or something that they use on these tips from where I get these from, but I'm not too sure. All I know is it's not as good as this one. I haven't tried using the other one yet, but I have a feeling, the other one I ordered, but I have a feeling it's the same deal. Maybe this one, maybe the first one that I ordered, or sorry, the first one of the new order that I put in, and I got the two of them. Maybe that one was just a bad one or something, I don't know, but it's really hard to find this specific drill bit, or screw bit, I guess I should say. It's hard to find this one compared to other ones. Like you can find like a pack of T10 H bits, but when it comes to the T9, they don't sell like a pack of them, like 10 or something like that. But they do for like the T10 bits, which I don't know why that is. I don't know where else in the world that those T10 H bits are used, but sometimes we just need the 9s, we don't need the 10s, so. And these Slims, the plastics on them, hard to get lined up. I think that these are, I like the Slim better than the original model, but the plastics are just so like hard to get lined up on them whenever you're putting them together. Even when I took this one apart, the screw like popped out of here because it just wasn't put together right from the factory. So get the SSD cover on here, and it is nice too because they don't add the extra little bracket right here, you know. They just, the fan has like the little bracket thing already built in on it, so less pieces you have to take off and put back on. The sticker back on there. Pop this panel in. Alright, pop this panel in. Alright, we'll go test it out. Alright, we got it all plugged up and it's working just fine. So that is good to go. Go ahead and give this customer a call. And then I'm going to finish working on that controller back there. And I'm sure that guy will be glad to get his controller back finally after 2 weeks or so. So anyways, thanks for watching.